Welcome to Top 10 Archive. In this video, we are going to count down the 10 most shocking cases of couples vanishing without a trace. When a single person goes missing, things seem suspicious. When a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend do and are never found, it seems like an event taken right out of a Stephen King novel. Number 10. Connor and Sheila Dwyer. On May 19, 1991, Maisie Sweeney stood outside her sister's two-story home in Fermoy, Ireland, as the Irish police broke down the door. Maisie hadn't heard from her sister, Sheila, nor her husband, Connor, for over 2 weeks and was very concerned. Inside, they found nothing that seemed to be out of the ordinary. Electrical appliances were either unplugged or switched off, a bed was made, and even their passports and a small savings of cash were found stashed in a tin can. Both Connor and Sheila's glasses were found in the living room. Everything seemed to be in order, except that Connor and Sheila Dwyer's white Toyota Cressida was gone, and of course, them as well. To this very day, the couple who were near the age of retirement have been missing and have yet to be found. Number 9. Christina Branham and Christopher Mittendorf. Young Christina Branham was in love and living with her boyfriend, Christopher Mittendorf, and his mother during the summer of 2006 when the young couple was last seen alive. It was on July 27th when the young couple left their home to go out and do some clothes shopping. After they were done, they returned to Christopher's mother's home, dropped off their purchases, and were never seen from nor heard from again. It would be nearly 5 days later that the only sign of either Christina or Christopher to be found was the abandoned and unlocked car they were driving. There was only one witness that provided a clue to discovering this young couple's disappearance. The source said they had seen both Christina and Christopher leave their car and get into a white car waiting for them. It is best believed that there was foul play that attributed to the disappearance of Christina Branham and Christopher Mittendorf. Number 8. Glenn and Bessie Hyde. Glenn and Bessie were a young newlywed couple during the late 1920s. They disappeared without a trace while trying to run the rapids of the Colorado River through to the Grand Canyon. The couple disappeared on November 18, 1928. It was not until December 6th that a search and rescue team was sent out to look for them, which came to no avail. The only source of evidence came from a plane that had spotted the couple's scow drifting aimlessly down the river with supplies that the couple would have needed. Plenty of speculation, rumors, and theories swirled about. One unidentified woman claimed Bessie stabbed her abusive spouse to death, and Emery Kolb was the lone suspect in the couple's disappearance due to the fact that he was the last person to see them alive. Nearly 90 years since Glenn and Bessie disappeared, we are no further ahead knowing how they vanished without a trace. Number 7. Camden Sylvia and Michael Sullivan. The young couple were last seen happily running together on November 7, 1997. Since the couple did not return to their apartment they shared together, Camden's mother became worried and entered the apartment to investigate and take a look around. Mrs. Sylvia found everything in its place and nothing alarming or unusual. The only things that were missing were the 2 pairs of running shoes that Camden and Michael would have worn, keys to the apartment, and Sylvia's handbag. Only one suspicious person was named, Robert Rodriguez, their landlord, whom it was known they were having some difficulties with due to his threat to raise their rent and everyone else's in the building. The morning of November 7, 1997, Mrs. Sylvia had shown Mr. Rodriguez a petition with all the tenants' signatures saying that if he raised their rent, no one would pay. Due to the fact that Mr. Rodriguez may have a motive to murder, police believe that he killed the couple and dumped their bodies, perhaps in water. However, there has been no evidence to support this theory, nor anything to link Mr. Rodriguez to the crime. Suspicion does surround Mr. Rodriguez due to the fact that he has also been linked to the disappearance of David King in 1991 over an argument. Number 6. Thomas and Eileen Cassidy Lonergan. Thomas and Eileen were a young married couple stranded at sea while they were enjoying a scuba diving adventure at St. Crispin's Reef with a group of fellow scuba divers. It wasn't discovered that Tom and Eileen were not on the returning boat after their venture at sea until 2 days later, when the transportation team reported them missing and realized they were left behind. When this ghastly mistake was discovered, an air and search rescue team was quickly put into place. There was no sign or trace, and the couple was never found. Many theories exist to their disappearance, from them faking their own disappearance to them committing suicide or murder. The most sound and likely theory is that they drowned or were eaten by sharks. In 2003, the movie Open Water was said to be based on their story. Number 5. Claude and Martha Sue Shelton. The Sheltons lived at Gary's Trailer Park in Kentucky, where they shared their home with their 3 children. Claude and Martha disappeared from this trailer park in 1971 after they tucked their children into bed for the night. After the children were kissed by their parents, the couple drove away in their white 1967 Ford Galaxie 500 and were never seen nor heard from again. There is scarce evidence of where the couple could have gone, and their car has never been seen nor recovered. Nobody recollects seeing the Sheltons on the night of their disappearance. Foul play is highly suspected due to the uncharacteristic nature of this couple to leave their children behind, as they did. Number 4. Hui Pham and Hui Tran. Hui and Hui were enjoying a vacation aboard a cruise ship to the Caribbean with their daughter and granddaughter in May of 2005. While on board, their daughter Sharon received a call from the ship's reception office saying they had some of her parents' belongings and possessions. Sharon became quite alarmed and searched for her parents, as well as alerting the ship's authorities and crew of her parents' disappearance. Unfortunately, an announcement was not made for several hours, and the ship made no attempt to turn around and see if perhaps the couple had fallen overboard. The cruise line contends that the couple committed suicide, but the families of Hui Pham and Hui Tran believes otherwise. Number 3. Mitchell Weiser and Bonnie Bickwit. It was July 27, 1973, when Bonita Bickwit and her sweetheart Michael Weiser disappeared while hiking in New York. The young couple were enjoying a hike to an outdoor concert festival when they disappeared. There was only one person who had seen them and been with them before they were reported missing, and that was a truck driver who said he gave them a ride to the concert. It is uncertain whether the couple actually reached their destination of the concert that day. Authorities originally believed that the couple had just run off together. The young couple were very much infatuated with each other and had also exchanged wedding rings earlier that summer. Family and friends have different opinions, stating that the couple had been acting quite strange before they left for the concert. Over the years, there have been a few sightings of the couple, all unconfirmed, and even a phone call to Michael's family by a woman who identified herself as Bonnie. Besides these few instances, there has been no further details or confirmations. Number 2. Richard Patrone and Danielle Imbo. A Philadelphia couple, Richard Patrone and Danielle Imbo, were out on February 19, 2005, enjoying themselves with friends over drinks and food. As the evening progressed, the couple decided to leave their friends and headed off in Richard's pickup truck. Richard and Danielle were never seen or heard from again. An investigator has theorized that Richard accidentally drove his truck into the chilly Delaware River. The Delaware was searched, but there was no trace of the truck. Another theory places Danielle's estranged husband as the culprit. However, nothing has been solidified nor came of the theory. Number 1. William and Margaret Patterson. This El Paso, Texas couple disappeared on March 5, 1957 without a trace. William and Margaret were not reported missing for nearly 5 months due to their neighbor believing they were on an extended vacation. Once authorities were notified, the case was opened, and police shockingly found they left their car and their cat behind. Their home was also found in complete disarray. The neighbor who reported them missing said that on the night of their disappearance, the couple seemed very disturbed and upset about something. A letter was written a short period after the Pattersons disappeared. It was written by William, giving instructions on who his properties were to be distributed to. It was believed at that time that it was not William writing the letters, but one of his employees. Nearly 30 years had passed without any word on the case when in 1984, a man who was hired to clean the former home of the Pattersons came forward and said he found blood under the water heater in the basement and pieces of human scalp in the propeller of their boat. Since the man waited so many years to report this, there wasn't a lot that police could do with his information.